Okay, why can't Stoke score goals? It's the question on every Stoke fan's lips at the moment. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of it a little bit more this week with resident fan Liam. Welcome back, Liam. How are you?
I'm all right, Mark. You?
Yeah, nice trip to Sunderland.
Oh, not really.
um, Strange old game that. Walk us through it. I mean, the reports. Obviously, you've watched the whole game, so you can correct me if I'm wrong here. But Stoke seemed yards off it, did they?
It's very much similar to the Birmingham game. We create chances, some really nice play in the middle of the park, but just not enough quality at either end of the pitch.
We've talked about it every single week. Is it that they're just not shooting on sight? Would you creating the chances? Is it the finishing that's the problem? Is it the midfield build up play that's not creating enough chances? What is it?
I mean, I don't know what it is. Stoke haven't had anybody score 20 goals since Peter Thorne in about 1998. The highest we've had is 12. Sam Clucker scored 12 and Mambrim Doof scored 12 when we're in the Prem. That's about it. We're just a club that never seems to score a lot of goals, no matter who comes in, no matter what players we sign. But at the minute, I mean, Ryan Mai and Tyrese Campbell don't look like scoring. Wesley is probably the worst player I've seen down Stoke in. I don't know how long. Dwight Gale is a shell of what he used to be. We just do not look like scoring. We're creating chances and they're big chances as well, but just a lack of confidence, a lack of quality. Yeah.
You don't need to be a great football manager to work out that to stop Sunderland, you just need to stop Jack Clark. And of course, Lyndon Gooch had a horrid afternoon in trying to do that. He's not the only one. But you put it down to perhaps that should have been 2-on-1.
Yeah, I mean, everyone sees it. I don't know why Schumacher's going to probably take a knock on this one. When we were talking last week with Jack, he said, stop Jack Clark here, stop Sunderland. And we decided put his mate Lyndon Gooch out there with him, who got absolutely torn to shreds. He's coming for a bit of stick from Stoke fans. You know, he had a standing ovation when he got subbed off. He had a lap round the pitch after that. It happens in this day and age, but it's uncomfortable to see. Yeah. So he's having a bit of an argument on Twitter with Stoke fans, which is, all good. Great.
Where do you stand on this view that I saw on Twitter? It's one from one Stoke fan who said, I'd rather have a tried and tested Lewis Baker in midfield. We know what we're going to get with Lewis Baker. He'll just shoot on sight. Could you get on board with that?
If he's played correctly, if he's played further up the pitch, you've always got a chance with Lewis Baker. He doesn't really do the dirty stuff, which is fair enough if you're not going to ask that of him. I mean, he got dropped for Hundle, played again, who we signed from Plymouth. And it's another player who, again, who we hear good things from, and then he's come and he's not really done anything his first few games. We do have a tendency to see him be trying to walk it in, and I don't know why, because when we try and walk it in, we can't finish it anyway. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating again. I mean, the problem we have with Stoke fans at the minute is we've had a lot of crap for 10 years now. It's been literally downward slide for 10 years. And it's just Schumacher come out at the end of the game, said this player's not tracking back. There's players who aren't taking finishing seriously in training, and that's why they're not scoring in games. And we've heard it all before, and you think, why? Again, it's a different squad, it's a different manager, it's a different backroom staff. Why are we still hearing the same stories now than we've heard for the past 6? What is going on in that regard?
Yeah. And I saw your tweet earlier this week about the Wolves West Brom derby, and that Stoke fans are starved of some excitement at the moment. You're not challenging for promotion. You're not in relegation dogfights. You haven't got a derby to get excited about. Your cup runs end before they get started, and you almost described Stoke as the most mediocre team to support probably in the league. think it's a great tweet.
Yeah, I mean, only the bottom three clubs have scored less than us. We've scored one goal from open play at home since September. I think we've scored the fewest home goals. I think the own goals are on level goal scoring with Ryan May, who's supposed to be our main striker, and we can't defend. So apart from that, I can't wait to go play Leicester at home on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll come on to that one. Just a second. Just before we do, Nathan Lowe signed a new 4.5 deal till 2028. Was it? I'm trying to think now. He scored some important goals this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, he scored the winner against Bristol
City. That was it. Yeah, in 3-2 against Bristol City. Happy with that?
I'm happy with it. You know, he's 18. Like getting minutes in the Championship at 18 is no easy feat. He's not, at this minute in time, he doesn't look like he's going to be the greatest striker in the world. But at that age, they can change at the flip of a coin. It only takes one good loan move or one thing to spark a player off. And, you know, they can end up being a good striker. But at this point, I think he's ready for a loan out. But if he's come through your ranks and he's playing minutes at 18, then I suppose he deserves a new deal.
All right, so as you said, it was Leicester then this weekend. You lost 2-0 in the reverse fixture back in October. Do you hold up any hope this weekend of it being a more positive result?
I hold more hope when we play the better teams. You know, we beat Leeds at home. We drew with Ipswich at home. Probably should have got a point against Southampton at home as well. Leicester are a step too far for me. I think before one of the pods a few weeks ago, the Leicester on the telly, and I said I think one of the best Championship teams of all time. I don't see much has changed since that point. I mean, they're having a bad spell, and what they've lost, like, how many games have they lost? 2?
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see him beating comfortably. We might give him a bit of a scare now and again, but you just can't put the ball in the net box, so it doesn't matter either way. If they go 1-0 up, that is it. It's over.
Okay. Well, I think there's lots of Championship clubs that are hoping now for Leicester to start losing. Otherwise, it is going to all be over by the end of March, isn't it? In relation to the crown. All right, let's get some score predictions then, Liam. Go on, be positive.
If I'm positive, I'll go 2-0 Leicester
instead of the 5. All right.
Yeah.
All right. If you're a Stoke fan and follow Liam every week on this channel, we really appreciate it. Liam is always has cracking views. Please subscribe, and you can follow Liam on Twitter. I'll put Liam's Twitter down in the video and comments below, because you are a fountain of knowledge, Stoke, and I really appreciate your weekly diatribe on here, mate. It cheers me up.
I try.
As an Everton as an Everton fan, I think I'm one of the most depressed fans in the country, but then I remember there's still Stoke fans. So thank you.
There's still Stoke fans there.
Thank you for existing.
Yeah, cheers.
Nice one, fella. Cheers.
Cheers, Mark.